welcome to the show. It is so great to have you. Before we get into adolescence, which, by the way, wow, you were great. Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I want to get into the whole thing, but I was doing a little research on you, and I found out you're very athletic. You were an athlete. You almost went pro.
I loved it. But yeah, I played football. I grew up playing football, doing it on the weekends. Yeah, go to football.
Yeah, football, soccer.
Sorry. Soccer.
Yeah, vitamins.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, vitamins. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, you know.
Football. Yeah, but
Football.
So how did you make the choice?
So basically, I love my dad, but he made me choose. And I love it. It's fine. Honestly, it took about 5 minutes to decide. But we got to one weekend, and he was just tired. Like, it all fell on a Sunday morning particularly. So he'd get in the car, drive me across the country, and then at the end of the match, stick me in the car again and drive me to my drama club. And he was like, I just can't keep doing it, Erin, so you need to make up your mind.
Wow.
Yeah. And honestly, like, it sounds like quite an intense thing to say to your kid, but I've always felt something with acting, and like I say, it was never this horrendous, heartbreaking moment in my life. It was more just a moment of clarity and going, OK, I'm going to go all in.
I think you made a great choice.
I'm chuffed.
We're very lucky that you made that choice.
I'm happy.
Do you still play?
Well, I mean, I still have, like, dreams about it. I love it, and I watch World Cup every year, and also, like, the women now are doing so well, so it's amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Champion them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a really, like, amazing moment for, football in general. But no, so I went to go and, like, kind of play amateur, but essentially, as an actor, you're always in deals that essentially say you can't get injured. So I'd be on the pitch just, like, pulling out of tackles, and eventually they were like, Erin, go home.
Yeah,
they were like, Erin, you're making us worse.
It's too dangerous. Please.
It was just bad. I wasn't a very good player because I couldn't commit.
It all worked out correct.
It did.
Yes, it all landed safely. I want to talk about adolescence because, man, it's got incredible reviews out there. Now it's officially the third most watched show in Netflix history. So that's a big deal.
I can't even get my head around it, yeah.
You're in the third episode, which many people consider the best episode of television so far this year. It was amazing.
It's ridiculous.
How do we set up what it's about?
The show in general, OK, so it's not a spoiler to say, it's about a young boy who commits a crime. He kills a young girl, and the show essentially follows the repercussions of that on him and his family. And I play a clinical psychologist who interviews him, and we meet Bryony, my character, at their last interview before she takes her report to the court system, and they decide what will happen to him.
It's a crazy, and it's all shot in real time, right?
Yeah, all in one shot.
I mean, that's pressure. I don't know how you pulled this off. It's a masterstroke. It's unbelievable. But I mean, what if you made a mistake, or did you get nervous that you might make a mistake? Or?
Well, I'm a theatre kid. Like, I grew up, like, doing theatre on the weekends, and so I'm like, I'd seen Stephen do Boiling Point. I don't know if you'd seen that show, but it's essentially the same idea. Phil Barantini directed that as well, and it's the one-shot thing. And I'd seen him in that and was like, I need to do this with my life. I was just like, that's going to be everything that I need.
But
and it didn't disappoint.
Throw you or something like that, or if he moved his hand the wrong way, or did you go like, oh, sorry, can we do it again?
In a way, like, what Phil, the director, was so great at was encouraging those things and being like, for whatever reason, you may veer off the path that we've chosen, but that's a gift, and lean into that. And so the take that they chose was our 11th take, so it was our very last go at it. And for whatever reason, we were both pretty tired, but in the one that they chose, that was the one that he was yawning in, and that wasn't. So things like that happen. And you're like,
we remember that.
Yeah, so that was just random. He just yawned.
Go, am I boring you?
Well, yeah, because I was like, well, I'm not going to let that slide.
Wow! So you just did that in the moment?
Yeah, but I'm like, that was the genius one of Owen. Owen's unreal.
You're both unreal.
Also, it was just...
You're both unreal. You were unbelievable.
Thank you.
It was like, I couldn't understand what I was watching. I go, both of you guys are... It's like watching a great tennis match. It's like...
That was it. That's what it felt like. And it was a joy to be a part of. Like, you felt safe and you felt held. And that's, I think, the theatre kid coming out in me being like, this is amazing. And rather than it feeling pressurised, it was just like this gorgeous opportunity to play and to see what happens and to throw different things at each other and to roll with it and be like, OK, you're yawning at me now. I'm going to throw something back at you, and like there's something really.
Did you have a time code or anything, or you go like, "Hey, we're going too long," or "Hurry it up"? Or...
No, I think we'd rehearsed. So we rehearsed for longer than we shot. We rehearsed for 2 weeks, so we got it like pretty solidly down. We knew like the rhythms that
you
had
let it
to...
breathe. You let the scenes breathe.
Yeah.
It feels so real. It's crazy emotional.
Yeah. I think it hopefully what it does inspire is like we need decent amount of rehearsals before we shoot, because I've been on shows before and you literally rock up on the day, you maybe do it for like 5 minutes and then you go in. Whereas like to have that freedom of 2 weeks to just really get it in your bones, I think it really paid off, and it really like allowed us to sit in it.
I heard there was something that where he smacks the hot chocolate.
Yeah, so
off
we
the table?
we had one take where he does the hot chocolate thing, but for whatever reason in this take, the way he hit it, it was all over the table, like it was everywhere, and I was like, oh. And I was about to leave the room. I knew I was about to leave the room, and I was like, okay, we'll carry on as normal. Like, let's just go with this.
Because it's a one shot.
Yeah, so you're like, this is like essentially like doing a play. This is live. We're not gonna like, okay, we're not gonna call cut now.
Yeah.
So I leave the room and I go into my little like officey bit where the little monitors are, and it's literally live through those monitors. So I left and went in there, and I could see loads and loads of crew like vigorously cleaning the table, and I was like, what do I do? Like, I knew the camera was on me watching them, and I was like, I'm gonna have to like look at this for a bit longer. And I was like, okay, this is the one.
Help me really
this
focus.
Is that one. This is where Bryony's really feeling it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we did it that way. So you just have to roll with it. But that's what I love about what I do is like it's always different, and that's the joy of that take, and I love it.
You crushed it, and the show, I mean, it was just amazing to watch.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You have to be, did you expect this outcome of all the, I mean, it's the most popular thing. People are having discussions. People are even showing it, I think, at schools.
Yeah, so that's like new. So that's blown my mind. That's probably the biggest thing to me, that it just kind of gives you pause to go, wow, I'm a part of this moment in time almost. And obviously as an actor, you dream about people even just recognising something you're a part of and going, that was really great. But to then have it kind of go one bigger and to be talked about in Parliament and to be like, potentially put into secondary schools. Like I genuinely don't think I can express, one, how grateful I am to be a part of it, but also just, this show has like taken on a life of its own, and in a way you kind of have to surrender and let it be, because we did our bit and now everyone else is rolling with it in their way. But it's been really, really special.
You're amazing. Congratulations on this. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Erin Doherty in Adolescence. Take a look.
This all started because I said you sounded like a granny. And now you're just going on about masculine stuff.
Yes.
The first time you came, you had actual questions. Is this right, Jamie? Do you know whether this is wrong, Jamie? Now you're just trying.
I hope I'm not.
Well, you are, because the first time you're all, if an adult guinea pig eats one of its kids, is that normal or weird? And now you're, what do you call bread?
Come on.
It just feels like a trick.
Trick? Trick into what?
Erin Doherty, Adolescence is streaming now on Netflix. We'll be right back with more Tonight Show, everybody. Come on back.